I'm Jeremiah McKinnon, and this is NEC News Today. Here now are the top cannabis news stories from around New England for May 19th, 2023. New Hampshire's governor recently issued a statement outlining what kind of cannabis legalization would get his support, while state senators voted to stop a bill that advocates hoped would move legalization forward. Senators voted 10 in support and 14 in opposition to HB 639. Some senators spoke out against the bill by pointing out the harms of marijuana and a commitment to protect children from drugs. In a statement, Governor Sununu supported the decision of the Senate by saying that the bill was not the right path for the state. As the only state in New England that hasn't legalized cannabis for adults, Governor Sununu did concede that it would be short-sighted and harmful to ignore the reality that a majority of New Hampshire residents do want to see cannabis legalized. To give advocates and lawmakers an idea of cannabis policy that he would support, Sununu outlined his support for regulating the cannabis industry the same way that the state regulates alcohol by establishing state-run stores. Roughly 1 year after signing cannabis legalization into law, Governor Dan McKee of Rhode Island has announced his picks for the Cannabis Control Commission. Kimberly Ahern, Governor McKee's deputy chief of staff, was nominated to be the chair of the commission, along with former state representative Robert Jacquard and Rhode Island state personal injury attorney Lai Oduingbo. Rhode Island law gave Governor McKee 40 days after the state's cannabis law took effect to decide who he wanted to run the commission. Months ago, the governor's office pointed to rigorous background checks as the cause for the delayed announcement. The governor's picks must still receive consent from the Senate before starting their new positions. A new cannabis edible is available in Massachusetts as a carbonated popping candy. Green Gold Group, which produces the Munchies brand of cannabis edibles in Massachusetts, now has another edible that is different from any other. With 5 milligrams of THC per package, this new product is a carbonated candy that comes in a variety of flavors, including strawberry, lime, watermelon, and more. The experience may be nostalgic for folks who have ever tried a carbonated candy and experienced the popping sensation that happens on your tongue when consumed. The popping candy is definitely a fun and different way to consume cannabis that I look forward to trying, now that it's available. The New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services announced that the state's medical marijuana program will now allow healthcare providers to certify patients for up to 3 years. The changes implement an update to state law from 2021 that required the agency to implement the reform. As of May 2023, qualifying clinicians in New Hampshire can now certify a patient for a minimum of 3 months and up to a maximum of 3 years. While New Hampshire's therapeutic cannabis program is small in comparison to neighboring states, with only 3 companies operating the state's 7 dispensaries, advocates who applaud the news say it will help lower costs and eliminate barriers for patients. This weekend in Holyoke, Sensi Magazine and Green Gold Group are hosting Sensi Night. There's an event taking place this weekend that will be filled with like-minded cannabis connoisseurs, brands, and live music. Sensi Magazine and Green Gold Group present Sensi Night, which will take place on May 25th at 114 Race Street in Holyoke. Sensi Magazine describes the event as an immersive, mini-expo-style community event that invites local businesses and enthusiasts to come together for a night of fun and connection. Attendees must be 21 years or older and can expect live music performances by Mighty Mystic, the Sensi All-Stars, and Digital Ancient Dub. The event is a great opportunity to network and learn, starting at 7 p.m. and wrapping up by 11. Connecticut's first adult-use cannabis delivery service is about to launch later this month. According to reporting from NBC Connecticut, Jack Cochran, a former high school football coach, says that his cannabis delivery company, Green Coach Delivery, should be ready to launch by the end of May. Green Coach Delivery is the first company to obtain permission from the state of Connecticut to deliver cannabis directly to consumers and patients. The company has a social equity designation and pledges to make financial contributions to nonprofits, as well as hiring drivers from underserved communities. Green Coach Delivery's first route is scheduled for May 25th. A bill that would give Rhode Island cannabis dispensaries the ability to advertise their products to consumers recently cleared a hurdle in the legislature. According to reporting from the Boston Globe, the House of Representatives in Rhode Island unanimously supported a bill that would eliminate the restriction that prevents dispensaries in the state from advertising via billboards and other methods. As a small state in the infancy of implementing legalization, this move is intended to help existing businesses stay competitive. This legislation will head to the Senate, where it must receive support before it can be sent to Governor McKee. Last but not least this week, a student at an elementary school in Pembroke, Massachusetts, accidentally consumed a cannabis edible that a school staff member had allegedly brought to work with them. The 9-year-old, who's nonverbal with special needs, was taken to the local hospital after eating what Channel 7 News reported as being an infused candy bar. The school employee has been placed on administrative leave due to the fact that the possession of controlled substances on school property is prohibited. The incident comes after several Boston students have also been rushed to the hospital after eating cannabis edibles on school property in recent weeks. For the absolute latest New England cannabis news, head on over to necnewstoday.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video. Subscribe to NEC News Today for more great content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of the show. For New England Cannabis News Today, this is Jeremiah McKinnon, reminding you to always use cannabis responsibly and to enjoy your cannabis-filled adventures throughout New England.